Hey guys, and welcome back to This Plant Boutique. My name is Heather. This is my channel where I talk about all the plant related things. I am so glad you guys are here. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys a lot of things. I have a lot of things in mind. I'm going to be showing you guys in today's video how I pot up propagations, how I cut my plants to propagate, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a propagation box for a successful propagation. Before we jump in, do you have a love for plants? If so, hit that like button. If you would like to see how I keep up and care for 250 plus plants, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and it really makes me happy. Here are some of the plants I'm going to be potting up today. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen. Let me get my camera to focus. There we go. Maybe. There, maybe. Anyway, look at all that new growth. All that new growth started popping off when I put it in the propagation box, but I'll be getting to the propagation box here in a minute. I promise after I explain everything about the propagation box, you guys are going to fall in love with this method of propagating. And here's some neon philodendron I already had potted up. And then my Hoya Crimson, not Crimson, wow, Hoya Tricolor. So, I did have the whole video recorded until I realized I didn't have half of it recorded. So I ended up picking up where I left off. I'm so upset that I didn't get the footage of me repotting or potting up the propagations in the back where you see the Black Raven ZZ, the Brazil, and the Neon Philodendron, but at least I'm able to show you some. So what I'm doing now is removing the sphagnum moss away from the roots gently. You want to do this for each of your plants you have in your propagation box. So I know when to pot up my propagations when the roots are about 1 to 3 inches long. It depends on the plant more so than anything. For Hoyas in particular, I wait for them to get about 3 inches long so they have a good root system before they go into soil. Look how long the roots are, guys. They're so beautiful. So when you put them into soil, you want to make sure you keep the soil moist but not super wet. Just check on them every 2 to 3 days and give it a little mist. I wouldn't saturate the soil completely through and through, just the first inch to 2 inches of the pot, just enough to where the roots can find their way. So the potting mix I use for all my propagations consists of coco coir, potting mix, perlite, and worm castings. This mix seems to be working for me. It's very airy, well draining, and it retains a lot of moisture without being too wet. I chose this 4-inch pot because I have multiple plants going in it. I like to fill up the bottom of the pot first with soil, just to see where I can lay the plant, but I typically fill it up to where that little divot or line is in the pot for all of my propagations, because I don't just want to bury them deep into the pot. I want to make sure I don't cause any issues for the new babies being so new and whatnot. Now I'm filling the rest of the pot so I can plant the Hoyas. I keep filling it up and then I make a little divot so the roots can sit down in the little crater. And you don't want to pack it in just yet. I lay all the plants where I want them and then I take soil and I cover up the roots. And I just take more soil and I put it around the roots while gently packing it in with my finger. I've had all these plants propagating for about 2 months now, so it's just crazy to me how, you know, well these plants do in the propagation box. Oh, I'm gonna get to that. Okay, I can't spoil it yet, guys. I can't spoil it. I'm going to be watering all of these off camera because I have a lot of plants and that is going to be very time consuming and a very, very, very long video. I was thinking of starting my Etsy shop on September, what's today's date, the 1st? On September 25th, I think? Yes, September 25th is going to be my launch date for my Etsy shop. So keep an eye out for that date and make sure you check my shop out because I'm really excited to get all these plants up. Not the ones I just potted up today. Well, I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about my future plans I have in mind for my shop. I want a big location, a big store with skylights in all the windows so I don't have to use as much grow lights, but I know I'm still going to have grow lights. I also want to incorporate like a little cafe and little pastries so you guys can come in and shop and have coffee, or vice versa, have coffee then shop, or just come in and chill with your friends. I want it to be like a little hangout spot. I want you guys to feel so welcome, and I will be having a website for my shop location, so it's not just an Etsy shop or Facebook Marketplace. You know, just keep an eye out for that because it's going to be happening within the next few years. It is definitely one of my goals, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys supporting me and constantly watching my videos and helping me feel like I can do this. I have been teeter-totting around the idea about selling plants and if I could really do it, is it really worth it? And to me, making you guys happy with the plants you want and how pretty they look is all that matters to me. Also, in the comments below, if you have any ideas for my shop, if you guys want to help me plan for it, I will be so happy if you guys threw your input in. I'm just really excited to be including you guys in my plans for the shop. Here's the Scindapsus pictus I'm getting ready to pot up. It's so pretty. I wish the camera would focus a little bit more, but here's that root. It's so long. That's a nice root. It's going to root well. Are y'all ready to learn how to propagate your plants? You want to start by sanitizing your cutting shears or scissors or whatever you have by spraying rubbing alcohol or hydrogen peroxide. Finding a node on a philodendron or aroid is pretty easy because they're super prominent. Right here is where I'm probably going to cut, but I might cut a little lower because I want to take a full top cutting. So we're going to take this out. You want to cut at a 45-degree angle when you do this cut though. Cutting right below the node. Not right there, but I'm going to do it right here. And then after you cut, letting them callus for about an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, will help them not get any diseases or rot if you're using like a water method or the sphagnum moss method. And what I mean by callusing is when like the little wound has like a scab and it's dry and not leaking juice everywhere. Oh, by the way, this is my Philodendron brantianum. I should have said that in the beginning, but you know, better late than never. Now I'm showing you how to take a stem cutting from a ZZ plant. Honestly, this is the only way I've ever propagated my ZZ plants, including my Black Raven ZZ. I've just snipped them and I've only stuck them in sphagnum moss. I recently just did a water propagation on a Black Raven ZZ cutting, but cutting anywhere on the plant, the leaf, the stem, anywhere on the stem. You can do like a very top cutting, a center cutting, a lower, a full ass stem, you know. Just take that cutting, let it callus, like I said, for an hour to 2 hours, and then pop it in your propagation box or pop it in some water if you would like. But I swear by the propagation box for ZZ plants. And I'm going to take the 2 lower leaves. I'm going to try and do the propagation on those as well. I've never propagated by leaf before, so I'm pretty excited. Now I'm taking cuttings from this Hoya. They have 1 million and some odd nodes, but I'm going to take from the very lowest. And I accidentally took a leaf, but we're going to propagate that. I've never propagated a Hoya by leaf before, but if you have, let me know in the comments below. Finally showing you guys how to set up a propagation box. So you don't want the sphagnum moss to be completely wet. You just want it semi-damp, you don't want it drenched, you don't want any excess water coming out of it. You just want it nice and fluffy and damp, if that makes any sense. So now I'm gonna spray it one more time. This is just plain water, nothing special. Oh, it has a little bit of liquid dirt in it. Mix it up. Make sure all the sphagnum moss is not drenched. Beautiful. I put this box together right before I recorded this video. So here is a Brazil cutting that is calloused over. It's been sitting out for probably an hour, and we're just gonna pop her right in here with her friends. So now that you got plants in here and everything is ready to go, you want to make sure you keep the humidity levels not too high and not too low. So keeping the perfect humidity level is key to having a healthy propagation box. I've had many fails before I finally got the right humidity level down. So checking the boxes once a week, letting them air out once a day for like an hour will definitely help with mold and the stinkiness, and making sure your plants are getting too much humidity just in case. And if you overspray your plants with the spray bottle, just open up the lid and let it dry out a little bit, and then put the lid back on, let it recondensate, and go from there. If it needs more or if it needs less, just watch your boxes. It's all about trial and error. Don't let it stress you out. It's so fun. I promise. You guys will love this method. So for water propagating, I just use my fish tank water, but if you don't have a fish tank, you could totally just use tap water, or let the tap water sit out overnight to create your own distilled water, and add a teeny amount of fertilizer. When I do it that way, I use liquid dirt. Another tip for water propagating is cleaning out your containers and making sure they have fresh water once a week. That will help them root really fast. I've had these begonias and my monstera rooting for about a week, and they just shot out so much new growth, or new roots, sorry. But those are my 2 guaranteed methods of propagating: water propagating and my propagation box. Small boy. We'll do this guy. Aw, he's so cute. So that was everything for today. Thank you guys for coming back and joining me for this video. It really means a lot to me to see you guys interacting with my videos, so please don't forget to like this video. It really does help me plan for future content for you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and smash the notifications bell. It really does help my channel get out there, and it makes me really happy. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Everything's wild lately, so I hope everyone is doing good. And you guys stay beautiful and happy and keep loving your plants. And on that note, dang, this is beautiful. Okay, I want to say goodbye, but look at this syngonium real fast. freaking beautiful. As always, thank you guys for coming back and supporting me. It really means a lot to me. You guys are awesome. Stay beautiful, my friends. Have a good weekend. I'll see you all in the next one. Happy planting.